You were saying at the weekend that the players or training has improved a lot over the last sort of week to 10 days. Can you describe what the difference has been for you?
They are more focused. All of them.
What does more focused?
There are
like?
exercises when we talk, and sometimes you see faces and distract and whatever. Everyone is more focused. This is my feeling.
Do you know why they weren't as focused before?
No.
Have you not got to the bottom of? But probably not. Is it too easy to say it was sort of a hangover from the World Cup?
No, maybe it's my fault. I should be more active. Maybe I should be more present. So I don't know. So, but this is my feeling that this is going to remain until the end of the season. I don't know. What I felt in the last it's good. I said to them, it's enough. Well, that is enough. But after, I said many times, this is no guarantee to success. But without that, it's impossible.
So it probably gives you significantly more confidence than you might have had 2 weeks ago.
Of course, as a manager, when you see everybody, focus or commitment what we say when we talk, when we got to do, of course, that doesn't guarantee. Don't guarantee never ever the success. So it's already written. So that was the feeling. As managers get old, that we try to do our best, but what's going to happen tomorrow is already written. For the destiny, for I don't know, many things happen in life. It's like that. So yeah, but I'm comfortable with what I'm watching. Yeah.
Hi Pep. Arsenal have dropped points in the last 2 games. Does that make them actually more dangerous heading into this match tomorrow?
Will be the same dangers. Of course, the team is not used to drop points. When every time drop, the next game is we have something special, of course, but would have been the same. But watching the 2 games that yesterday I watched, I don't have the feeling that they drop the way they're playing, and I think Arsenal reached the level that means when you are a good team is that the opponent always adapt to you who you are. When you arrive in that level, it's because you are a good team. And it happened. So you can win or lose, but when you impose your game and the opponent always adapt what you are doing, and you don't change the way you play, and they adjust many things during the game, is because you are reach a level that you need to be champion. And I had the feeling that Arsenal this season got it.
And do you still see, I think after a couple of games of the season you said that there was 7-8 teams in the title race. Do you view this title race as yourself and Arsenal, or do you still think that the likes of Manchester United, Newcastle are still in this title race?
Yeah, there's a lot of points. When I said a lot of points to play, not just I'm talking about us. So yeah, I think the Premier League when it's tight, except you with the margin for a long, many points that can happen in the next weeks. We don't know. So always I had the feeling, especially now, so the European competition, Champions League and Europa League and FA Cups will be already is around the corners next week. So that's why I had the feeling late 10 games are going to decide for the win the titles. In that moment, is try to be there and make the last effort to try to achieve it.
Pep, just going back to what you were saying to Jack about the focus, how do you maintain that within the squad? Is it down to you, or is it just the players themselves? Have they got to remain focused for the rest of the season?
Mainly the players are there. I cannot be all the time, but one of my job is not just 4-4-2 or 4-3-3 or 5 at the back or this kind of stuff. It's being there when I see something is not, I don't like it, or something is not going wrong for many reasons, because the players have personal issues, the players have good moments and bad moments like I have. And when I am a little bit down, I have my staff or my friends or whatever that lift me up, to, come on, let's go again. So this is my job, and sometimes when maybe they don't like it, I understand, so I have to do it. And when they understand, okay, after what happened, so the opponents are behind this door. We are not opponents, not even enemies, so we are people that we try to do our best for the benefit for ourselves, for the club, individually, collectively.
And in previous seasons, when you've won the title, you've had long unbeaten runs, long winning runs. How do you kind of get that mentality where you can embark on another one of those runs now? Is it down to the players?
I would say the mentality is there. So we are second on the table in the FA Cup. We are there, Champions League, we qualify again. So we didn't draw much, I had the feeling. The difference is because we have a team, I make 50 points in the first leg. So when that happens, it just heads off and try to learn and improve yourself to try if you can catch up. But after done what we have done, I don't have the feeling that it's a mess, everything. We are closing our in bad moments, in moments we are doing really, really well. So, but I understand the standards are so high when you compare with the past, and sometimes my decisions are not good. It's always reflecting myself when something is not going well. So I accept it. It's okay. So we are just in February. February? Yeah, just in February. A lot of games are still to play. So this is my feeling.
Pep, can I just ask you briefly about Alex Zinchenko? Obviously, everyone knows what's going on in Ukraine, but it seems remarkable that his form was kept so high, first for City, now for Arsenal. What do you make of him as a player, but also as a person?
I think everybody's in love here with him. No, honestly, he's an important figure was an important figure in our club. What I like the most of Alex is the fact that the first years we want to maybe move them from here because we thought that he's not going to play much. And I said, no, I'm going to fight for my position. I said, Alex, it's difficult. I have many players in your position, number 10, or... I said, no, I'm going to play here. And trained really well, never a bad face. When playing as a sparring, always a good behavior. And normally when you don't play, or you don't say you're going to play, I have to make a sparring from my mates. I don't want to do it. It was completely opposite. Stay in the gym, working, an extra time. And for the circumstances in life, a lot of injuries in one position, we decide for the way they play that the fullback, one of them, or sometimes center defender can play an extra time. And he took the opportunity like he last chance in the world. That mind is a good football player and a good mindset in that. And at the end, what happened, my reason, and Arsenal, in that case, I think Mikel knows him very well because he worked with him, we worked together, and he believed he need this piece, to try to make our process, especially in build-up and many things, a little bit better. Fun. And some Valentine's Day. And yeah, I'm happy for, for him, and yeah, and it's going well, and that's all.
Hi, Pep. You've obviously won everything in club football as a manager, but does a game like tomorrow night still give you a thrill? It's a very important game. You still get really excited about going there and trying to beat them?
Yeah, definitely it is. So we know how the environment will be, I think so, after what happened in recent last weeks, and the quality of the opponent, the tough he's going to do, the pace, yeah, they control many aspects really well. I said before the FA Cup, it was not a surprise what I felt on the touchline. We'll have to try to adjust something. We didn't do well, and yeah, expecting how we'll see.
Will that maybe be part of your message to your players? Just go out there and enjoy this massive game and beat them 10-0?
Enjoy, I don't know, is the right word. We have to be so aggressive and handle the rhythm and the pressure for all departments. They are going to put pressures on us through the fans, through the referees, through the players, and have to be so active in many things.
Hi, Pep. Who has the greater Who has the greater motivation? A team who have won the title and want to win it again, or a team that are yet to win one?
The biggest motivation, I don't want to be dropped the Premier League just because we are not who we are. If they beat us because they are better, it's a sport. I would be the first to congratulate them. I always have done in my career, in our career. So, but not because we are not there. So if you want it, okay, fight to take it from our hands, and still is in our hands. We defend until the last day this title. So this is what I would like to do, to fight, who we are at maximum to try to retain the title. If it don't happen, it's because the other one was better. The one that have accepted, improve it, not because we didn't do or give up or we didn't do our best. This is when I fight every day with my players to let them feel what you have to be as a team.
Hi Pep, you've obviously been here as a manager longer than any other club you've been at. When you talk about that focus in training and day to day, have you found it a challenge this year to maintain that focus, given that you've obviously been here many more years than you've been either at Barcelona?
No, it happened quite similar to the previous season when we won or make back-to-back. I remember being back-to-back, the next season was the worst. We were not... With this type of level, you have to do maximum in every detail and all the time. So, no, it's impossible after win the last two Premier Leagues every day, be perfect and everyone's. Sometimes it happens natural. It's just okay. Have to be there to let them notice that you have to get back. Otherwise the opponents reinforce and get it better. They have the big dream, to win something that long time ago didn't happen, and we cannot compete with that. Because with that, they didn't recently. I'm not saying that Arsenal don't have an incredible history, please. Of course, it's bigger than us in terms of titles. It's not about that. It's just a long time they didn't do it, and they have something special that we don't have it. We compete with that because we won it recently. But there are another tricks, another ways to find the fire inside on ourselves as a team, individually, to say, okay, still we can do it. If we didn't have still there, we will not be second. We'll be far away, and still we are there in the good moments. But moments still we are not a lot of points distance, because at the end, okay, tomorrow is an important game. We're coming back in 3 days. We have to travel to Nottingham to play against Forest, and it will be the same points like Arsenal. So nothing is going to change much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.